Hi, so in this video I'm going to be using a size 5mm crochet hook, some scissors, and a yarning needle. This is the white yarn we're going to use, yellow yarn, and purple yarn. All of the links for the yarn will be in the description box. So after I lay my yarn down like this, I'm going to flip that piece over, slide my 2 fingers underneath the loop, and pull on the tail end of the string. Then I'm going to insert my hook into the middle and pull the strings tighter, and that's how I'm going to create my slip knot. Then I'm going to chain 4. 1, 2, 3, and 4. Then I'm going to find my first chain that I made, and I'm going to do a slip stitch to make a circle. So yarn over, pull through, and then pull through again. After I do that, I'm going to find the center of my circle. Then I'm going to chain 3. In total, we're going to have 12 double crochets, and our first chain 3 will count as our first double crochet. So after you chain 3, you can go ahead and do 11 more double crochets. And to double crochet, you yarn over, insert your hook, pull up a loop, yarn over again, pull through 2, and then pull through the last 2. And that's how you do a double crochet. So once you're done, meet me back at the end. Okay, and once you made 11 more double crochets, you should have 12 total. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, and 12. Remember that your first chain 3 counts as your first double crochet. So once you're done doing that, you're going to find the top of the chain 3, and you're going to do a slip stitch to connect the 2 sides. After you slip stitch, you're going to do a chain 1, and then pull a little bit, and then cut the string. Go ahead and pull all the way through, and that's just going to secure what you did so your work doesn't unravel. Go ahead and pull that extra string off in the back, just to make the center of your circle tighter without leaving a hole in the middle. And then you can weave in your ends if you want to at this point. Alright, so to start working on your petals, you are going to put your hook through the first stitch right after the knot that we made when we yarned off with the yellow. Pull your string through, and then I like to tuck in the end of my yellow string, the tail that we cut off. And when you do this, you're going to end up working over it, and it'll cover it. Alright, and then you can go ahead and chain 4. 2, 3, and 4. Alright, so what we're going to be doing now is 3 treble crochets into the same stitch. So yarn over your hook twice, and then put your hook in the same stitch and pull up a loop. After you do that, you should have 4 loops on your hook. Yarn over and pull through 2. Yarn over and then pull through 2. And you should be left with 2 loops on your hook. You're going to yarn over your hook again 2 times, and then put your hook back through the same stitch and pull up a loop. You should have 5 loops on your hook. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yarn over, pull through 2. Yarn over, pull through 2. And then yarn over, and you're going to pull through all 3. And that is how we do our first petal. So now we're going to chain 2. So 1, 2. Then we're going to yarn over twice, and into the next stitch we're going to make our second petal. So insert our hook and pull up a loop, yarn over your hook, and pull through 2, yarn over, pull through 2. You should have 2 loops left on your hook. Gonna yarn over your hook twice again, insert into the same stitch and pull up a loop, yarn over, pull through 2, yarn over, pull through 2, and then leave the 3 loops left on your hook, yarn over twice, insert your hook into the same stitch, pull up a loop. You should have 6 loops on your hook. You're going to yarn over, pull through 2, yarn over, pull through 2, and then you should have 4 loops left on your hook, and you're going to yarn over and pull through all 4 of those. This is how we're going to make the rest of the petals for the project. Okay, so chain 2, yarn over twice, go into your next stitch, pull up a loop, yarn over your hook, pull through the first 2, pull through the second 2, leave those 2 on your hook, yarn over twice, insert your hook, pull up a loop, yarn over, pull through the first 2, yarn over, pull through the second 2, leave those 3 loops on your hook, yarn over twice, insert your hook, pull up a loop, yarn over, pull through the first 2, yarn over, pull through the second 2, and then yarn over and pull through the last 4. And you're going to keep repeating this until you end up having 12 flower petals. So once you finish all 12 of your petals, you're going to chain 2 again, and then you're going to find the top of that first chain 4 that we made and do a slip stitch in there. So just insert your hook, pull through, and then pull through again. Then chain 1 so you can fasten off. Go ahead and cut that string, and then pull the rest of it through and pull tight to secure it. Alright, so working inside of only the spaces we made between the petals, we're going to switch over our colors, and we're just going to pull our yarn through the loop, and we're going to chain 4. So 1, 2, 3, and 4. Alright, so that's going to count as our first treble crochet, and we're going to need a total of 3 into this first hole. Alright, so yarn over your hook twice and pull up. You should have 4 loops on your hook, yarn over, pull through 2, yarn over, pull through 2, and this time we're going to pull through the last 2 loops on the hook. Okay, so then yarn over your hook twice, insert it into the same hole, pull through the first 2, pull through the second 2, and then pull through the last 2. into our second hole, we're going to do double crochets, and we'll have a total of 3 into this hole. So yarn over, pull through 2, yarn over, pull through 2, yarn over, pull up a loop, pull through the first 2, pull through the second 2, yarn over, insert your hook, pull up, yarn over, pull through 2, yarn over, and pull through 2. So now you'll have 3 double crochets into that second hole, and then we're going to do another set of 3 double crochets into the next hole. Alright, so you just created this portion of your granny square. You did half of one corner, which are the 3 trebles, and then you did the top. So you did 2 sets of 3 double crochets. So now what we're going to be working on is the second corner. And to do that, we're going to have to do 6 more treble crochets. Alright, so we're going to yarn over twice. Insert our hook into the next hole and pull up, yarn over, pull through 2, yarn over, pull through 2, yarn over, pull through the final 2 loops on the hook. Repeat that 2 more times. Alright, so after you do your first 3 treble crochets, you're going to chain 2. And then you're going to do another set of 3 treble crochets into the same hole. Just completed your first corner. So to continue going, you're going to do another set of 3 double crochets into the next 2 holes. After you finish those 2 sets of 3 double crochets into those next 2 holes, you're going to do another corner, which will be 3 treble crochets, and then a chain 2, and then 3 more treble crochets into the same hole. After you complete your 3 treble crochets, chain 2 and 3 treble crochets, we're going to do 3 double crochets into the next hole and then another 3 double crochets into the next hole. Once you've completed your sets of double crochets, you are going to do 3 treble crochets into the very first hole that we made our first 3 treble crochets. This is going to complete that first half corner that we did. So to connect these together, you're going to chain 2, and then the first chain 4 that we did when we switched to the color purple, you're going to find the top of that and then do a slip stitch through it. Now you have connected those 2 corners together. You're going to chain 1, then you can cut your yarn, pull the tail end through and tighten it to secure your work. And at this point, if you find any loose ends, you can go ahead and secure them. And to complete our hat, you're going to need 5 of these in total. Okay, so after you complete your 5, you're going to find the split or the space between the corners of the treble crochets, and on the top of the last treble crochet before you chain 2, you're going to find that stitch, and instead of going underneath both, you're going to only go in the front stitch. Then on the other one, you're going to find the same stitch and match it up. And then on the other side, the opposite side, you're only going to go in the back stitch. Okay, so the first side is the front stitch and the other one is going to be through the back stitch. And by slip stitching it this way, your project should come out really seamless. There shouldn't be any like rough bumps or anything like that when you flip your hat inside out. Create your first slip stitch, you're going to find the space between the 3 treble crochets on the corners, and you're going to do a slip stitch right underneath the 2 single crochets that we did when we made those corners. After you're done doing that one, you're going to continue working all the way down this one side, and you're going to continue going in the front loop and the back loop of both sides. Once you're done slip stitching down the sides, this is how your project should look, and if you're satisfied with that, you can go ahead and chain 1 and then cut your yarn to fasten off. You're going to repeat this and attach all 5 of the squares together. slip stitch all 5 of the granny squares together. Then you're just gonna connect the 2 ends by doing the same process, slip stitching all the way down. Done slip stitching your project together, you're going to create another one of the center yellow pieces the same way we did when we first began making our flowers. And doesn't matter where you start, we're going to slip stitch your white yarn through, and then you're going to chain 3. First one will be our first, and we're going to do 2, 3. Okay, and then we're going to be doing half double crochets with the white yarn. So you're going to yarn over, and in that same loop, pull up a loop. You have 3 on your hook, and you're going to yarn over and pull through all 3. So the first chain that we made is going to count as our first half double crochet. You're going to yarn over, go into your next stitch, do another half double crochet, yarn over, and go into the same stitch, pull up a loop, yarn over, and pull through all 3. So in all of these, we're going to do 2 half double crochets in each stitch all the way around. Once you meet up with the first half double crochets that you did, you should have a total of 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14, 16, 18, 20, 22, 24. You're going to slip stitch right into the top of the first chain 3 that you did, just like that. Then you're going to chain 1, 2, 3 more. Yarn over again, and into the chain or the stitch that's right at the base of the chain 3 that you made. You're gonna go in there and do another half double crochet. So that's 2. And then you're gonna continue doing 2 half double crochets into each stitch all the way around. So into the 24 that we just did, into the tops of those, you're going to do 2 half double crochets into the top of each of the previous stitches we did. And once you finish with your second round of half double crochets, you should have a total of 48. You can go ahead and count them just to make sure you're on track. And once you're done doing that, you can go ahead and slip stitch right into the top of the chain 3 that we first made. After you slip stitch, you can go ahead and chain 1, give it a little slack, and then you can yarn off. And your work should look like this so far. So now we're going to be going back to our colored purple. We're going to chain 4. Remember that your first stitch right there. When you add a color, that counts as your chain 1. So then you're going to add 3 more for a total of 4. We are going to be doing double crochets, and you're going to first skip a stitch and then do a double crochet into the next one. And you're going to continue doing this all the way around. So you're going to do a double crochet, chain 1, skip a stitch, and then double crochet into the next stitch. Chain 1, skip a stitch, double crochet into the next stitch. Repeat this pattern all the way around. Once you're done, you can find the first chain 4 that we did and slip stitch to close it. You should have a total of 24 double crochets. Go ahead and chain 3. Now working right into the space that we made before, we are going to do another double crochet, and we're going to be working double crochets all the way around. So into the previous double crochets that we did, you're going to go through the top of that stitch, and then instead of making another space, you're going to go inside the spaces that you made previously. Once you're done doing that, you can go ahead and slip stitch into the first chain that you did. You should have a total of 48. Go ahead and chain 3 again, and then you're just going to do a double crochet all the way around into every single stitch. And when you're done with that, you should have a total of 48 again. To attach the top of your hat to the granny squares that we made, you're going to slip stitch the same way we did previously by going in the back loop and then the front loop on the other side. You can start anywhere you want. I'm just choosing to start between the slip stitch that we did for the granny squares. Once you make it to the last 2 granny squares, your stitches are not going to align fully, so this is what we're going to do. You're going to go into the back loop on the top of your hat, and then you're going to go into the front loop on the other side and do a slip stitch. And then instead of going into the next loop on the top of the hat, you're going to go into the same loop but the next stitch on the granny square, if that makes sense. So back stitch of the top of the hat, the circle that we did, you're going to go on that loop twice. That way you're attaching 2 different stitches from the granny square into 1 stitch from the top of the hat. And that's going to make it a line, and it's not going to be rough or bumpy or anything like that once you flip your hat inside out. Once you make it to the last granny square, your stitches should align again, and then you're just going to continue doing 1-to-1 stitch. So back loop, front loop, back loop, front loop, instead of going into 2 loops from the granny square side into 1 loop from the top of the hat. You're just going to do 1 stitch to 1 stitch. To make the bottom of your hat, you are just going to attach your yarn into any stitch that you like, and then you're going to chain 3. We are going to be double crocheting into every single stitch all around the base of the hat. And once you're done, you should have a total of 66 stitches. I did lose some of my footage, but it's very simple. You're just double crocheting all the way around. You're gonna do 4 rows of purple and 2 rows of white. When you reach the end of each row, all you need to do is slip stitch into your first chain 3, and chain 3 again to start a new row.